Did you know that Endeavor is Koichi's biggest hater in the My Hero Academia spin-off series? As we know, Koichi is an unlicensed hero who does his best to help those in need. Of course, this causes a lot of friction between him and licensed heroes, as they are obligated to arrest him. Endeavor takes his shit way too far in the final performance arc. He sought to capture the villain Bebop using his Hellfire Storm ability, but he cancelled midway due to Koichi getting in his way. Endeavor flips a tit over this, and when he finds out that Koichi's an unlicensed hero, in his head he writes him off as a villain. After a series of events, Koichi rushes to take Bebop to get medical attention while being chased by the real villain, number 6. Endeavor goes on a power trip and launches his fire ability called Hell Minefield, having the intention of killing him. Funny enough, Koichi, having Gojo Limitless quirk, escapes Endeavor's brutal attack. However, number 6 got burnt to a crisp.
Endeavor doesn't hate villains the way you'd expect. He doesn't hate them because they're evil. He hates them because they expose something about himself. And no character does that more than Koichi Haimawari. At first glance, it doesn't make sense. Koichi is harmless. He's awkward. He's polite. He's not trying to be a hero. He's definitely not trying to challenge Endeavor. Yet every time Endeavor crosses paths with Koichi in My Hero Academia, Vigilantes, there's tension. Real tension. Not anger at crime, but irritation at existence. So why? Why does the number 2 hero, the most aggressive, obsessed, and driven man in hero society, react so harshly to a guy who just wants to help people in small ways? The answer is uncomfortable, because Koichi represents everything Endeavor tried to suppress. Koichi isn't a licensed hero. He doesn't have approval. He doesn't have status. He doesn't even have confidence. What he does have is instinct. When someone's in danger, he moves, not because of rankings, not because of cameras, not because of legacy. He acts because it feels right, and that alone is enough to make Endeavor angry. Endeavor built his entire identity on results, power, numbers, rankings. He measured heroism by how efficiently you eliminate threats. That's why he couldn't stand All Might. And it's why Koichi unsettles him in a different way. Koichi doesn't chase greatness. He doesn't want the spotlight. And yet, people feel safer around him. That shouldn't be possible. To Endeavor, heroism is something you earn. Through pain, through sacrifice, through obsession. Koichi didn't earn it. He stumbled into it, and worse, he's good at it in ways Endeavor never was. Koichi connects with people. That's the real problem. Koichi talks to civilians like equals. He listens. He notices small things. He remembers names. Endeavor? He intimidates. He commands. He overwhelms. One inspires fear, the other inspires trust. And deep down, Endeavor knows which one matters more, even if he refuses to admit it. That's why Endeavor doesn't just see Koichi as a vigilante. He sees him as a contradiction. Koichi proves that heroism isn't about licenses, it's about intent. And if that's true, then Endeavor's entire worldview starts to crack, because Endeavor sacrificed his family, his happiness, and his humanity chasing a version of heroism that Koichi embodies accidentally. And that realization, that hurts. You can see it in how Endeavor treats him. He's harsher than necessary, less patient, almost personal, because Koichi isn't breaking the law out of malice. He's breaking it because the system failed someone and he stepped in. And Endeavor is the system. Vigilantes as a series constantly questions hero society, and Koichi is its most dangerous question. What if the best heroes are the ones who don't want to be heroes at all? Endeavor can't answer that, so he lashes out. But here's the irony. Endeavor eventually becomes the kind of hero Koichi already was. After All Might falls, Endeavor has to learn empathy, restraint, and responsibility beyond strength. The traits he once dismissed are the ones he desperately needs. Koichi wasn't a threat to Endeavor's power. He was a threat to his identity. And that's why the hatred feels so raw. Because Koichi didn't just challenge Endeavor's authority. He exposed the flaw at the heart of hero society itself. A system that values titles over people, power over presence, results over compassion. Koichi reminds us that sometimes the most dangerous mirror isn't an enemy. It's someone doing the right thing without asking for permission.